Alright, guys, straight to the point, no clickbait whatsoever, but straight to the motivation. It's honestly cliche, but in around October, maybe even a little earlier, I noticed a just lack of anything in my posing. I was sitting at around, 240. I was pushing the weight scale, and for the first time ever, I really looked at myself with some doubt because I was constantly fed the idea that, just bulk, just keep bulking. You're still a kid. Just finish high school, then you can start cutting. Take advantage of the hormones, take advantage of whatever while you're still a kid. And I believed in it because my goal is to win Mr. Olympia. And if I can take advantage of, oh my God, like I have the hormones right now, let's build as much muscle as possible. And basically, I just ate everything. I was a human garbage disposal, good and bad. I still, even to this day, maybe I'm deceived, but I'd like to say it was 70% clean, which might be hard to believe. But, every meal I'm eating an untracked amount of rice, which I would equate to now as like easily 500 grams, maybe even 600 grams per meal. Throwing in on top of that, two T-bone steaks. Obviously, they were the dirty times too. Don't get me wrong. I'm a kid. I'm a teenager. The sleepovers, you know how they get. You know how it is. So, dirty, clean, little, I'd say 70-30, maybe even 60-40. But it wasn't horrid. But I, for the first time ever, looked horrid. And I knew the goal, which was to be Mr. Olympia. And I had that disgust. And here's the sort of toxic part to it. That was it. That, w- that was it. I had the disgust, I had the drive, and I had the motivation just from that disgust to begin my journey. And that's all it took to get me at least started for weight loss. What people don't seem to understand is that humans are creatures of routine. No matter what, everyone's programmed to follow some type of routine, whether that be fueled by addiction, fueled by motivation, fueled by drive, fueled by anything. It's to follow a routine at the end of the day. Just think about it, right? So knowing that I needed to change, I needed to come with a new routine, right? Because this isn't right. So I began tracking. I had my Fitness Pal. I still have my Fitness Pal. Um, Before all that stuff went all just premium features, like I can still scan barcodes and stuff, so that was really helpful. And I sort of knew, like, it's time. Like, you can't be doing this anymore. This simply isn't right. Being obese isn't right. And it was time to really change it and put my money where my mouth was, that I'm going to be Mr. Olympia. You guys don't believe me now. I'm going to do this cut. Watch me. And people were supportive, but like people didn't really understand what I was doing. So a lot of it is selfish. You know what I mean? Tracking the calories. I'm not going to get into too great of a detail. I'll probably make another video about just the story of cutting to this point. But no one really understands the selfishness that's involved. They're like, oh, wait, but here, just have this. Here, oh, wait, let me do this. No, no, no. You can't. You have the plan. You know what you have to do. You can't just pretend that it works or pretend that whatever they want to feed you, whatever they want to give you, whatever they want to prepare for you is going to fit into the diet if it isn't. It's simple nutrients. Is it or is it not? And if it's not, have that discipline. Understand this is taking me further away from my goal. Why am I doing this? And how worth it is it to have that nutrients? For example, let's say it's a crumble cookie. Let's say it's someone's birthday. Oh my God, they got crumble. Do you want that cookie bad enough to sacrifice your goal? To sacrifice it and bring it further away down the timeline? Or are you going to suck it up? Are you going to go train? And are you going to go fulfill your plan? It's up to you. No matter what, even at the end of the day after you watch this video, it's up to you. The difficulty is obviously in the simplicity. It's easier said than done, clearly. And by the end of it, my face is sunken. I don't feel great. I really don't. I don't front that I feel great. I'm not out here promoting that everyone needs to go do this or go to the extent that I have, about 90 pounds down. But you should understand that if you want to go on this journey, you have to see it through. Because what's the point if you're just going to stop? It's like you almost wasted away these months of your life. Like, if you want to be bigger, or if you just want to eat, just go eat. No one's stopping you. Just do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you. If you want to change, make that routine. Stick to that routine until it becomes a habit, and eventually it'll become a lifestyle. Every morning, especially towards the end when it really got hard on me, because again, I'm human. I'm not saying I just did this with an iron will. It got difficult. I wanted to stop probably months ago. I didn't want to take it this far. But every morning, not at night, not any other time, just the morning, I would remind myself what the goal was. I want to be Mr. Olympia. And I remember, you know what it takes to get there? Sorry, my water heater's going. This is totally unedited. Like, I'm just going to post this. But I knew what needed to be done. And that involved finishing this cut. This involved getting to that finish line, which the goal's 150 to 155. I know I have to do that. So I tell myself that in the morning. Super comfy, still in bed, no real issues yet, haven't had any sort of tribulations for the day. And I just reminded myself that casually. Because when you start doing that cardio, when you're eating that disgusting meal, when you can't eat a meal, you're going to want to sacrifice your goal just to be satisfied in the moment. But you remind yourself this morning, it's still going to be in your head. You're going to remember what you told yourself. And you know the simplicity of what needs to happen here. So you need to go for it. And you need to remember to stay on the path. And since you remind yourself in the morning, this should be pretty easy. Because you know you're just cheating yourself at that point. And then eventually, you're going to notice the change. You're going to see it in yourself. For me, my first one was my face. It really started sinking in. And obviously right now you see all the tendons. I mean, the lighting's horrible, so I'm not really going to try. But I started getting just casual arm veins. Didn't even have to get a pump. Nothing. I just have arm veins. I'm working on abs. I still have the fat there. I'm going to be real. It's not totally gone. But I've pushed it. I'm around 151.6. I leave for Disney in a week. So let's be real. Why would I just go another week? Let's start resensitizing. Let's start looking towards becoming normal again after essentially starving myself. Don't take that the wrong way. I don't have any eating disorder, but just in general, essentially just, depriving my body of the correct amount of maintenance calories it needs to continually lose weight. Let's bring our body back to a normal. So I'm done. The finish line's here. Whatever you do, don't give up. Don't give up, because then you're just going to create that trend of constantly giving up, and you're never going to succeed. Losing weight is something anyone can do. And if you don't hear it anywhere else, I believe in you. Take that picture, create a starting point, take a video, take whatever you want. You don't have to post it. Maybe think, oh my God, why would I ever keep this? If you stick to it, look at it in even, let's say, a month. Look at it in 2 months. Maybe a month isn't enough for you. Maybe even 3 months, 4 months. Look at it then. If you stuck to the path, look at the change. Just look. And trust me, you'll be so glad you took that picture. Then maybe you want to start posting. I'd say for me, I like the gratification. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, nah, I everything was self motivated. I felt the motivation because other people started noticing. So I just started posting it. I started posting the new physique. And, everyone was just happy for me. And that really sort of drove me to finish the job. And I knew what I had to do. But if you don't sort of have that environment, self belief is enough. There have been plenty of times where, again, like I've said before, they don't understand. But they're never going to understand. You're the only one who understands yourself. Believe it or not, you know? Like, you're the only one who gets it. And you're the only one who has control of yourself. And you know what you have to do. So stop watching now. Just stop watching and go for it. I believe in you. You can do it. You can achieve whatever you want. Go for it. Stop. Stop watching. Go for it.